As we reach the 11th hour, Athena's fortune takes a small lead as per the latest statistics of 1.3%, and the gap is clawed back and tipped over ever slightly in their favour. Flaws and all, Lost Sands has been a blast. I'll go over the issues and proper feedback in the future, but for now, let's talk about the lasting impact this will have on the world. Now we have a taste of what Golden Sands looks like with the fog being cleared, and it looks just like Golden Sands. I really don't know what I expected. As I mentioned previously, both outcomes will leave Golden Sands in a different state, and Mike Chapman has confirmed Golden Sands will never be the same again. So, I posed a question. Why are people saving it? Golden Sands, as we know it, is lost regardless of the outcome, and the more interesting outcome now lags behind. I can confidently say this now, as we can see both states of either side winning, and this is infinitely less interesting than the possibility of whatever this is. I could be wrong, and Reapers still pull through, so it's not too late to clinch a victory. You Reapers have gotten complacent with your early lead, and now you've allowed the forces of reconstruction to claw it back, only to erase your hard work over the last 2 weeks. Do we really give up that easily? Is it the rowing, or is it the endless sailing? Or are you too busy going off to get some gold, something you can get at any time? One way or another, change will happen. But choose the Reaper path, for the evidence is mounting that this is so much more exciting. Should the Reapers win, the inhabitants will move on and build an outpost somewhere else. This will be most likely at the Lagoon of Whispers, based on the dock changes from last year. Think back to all the cool content that comes from when the Veil is broken, the Fort of the Damned, the Reaper's Hideout, the Pirates' Life Tall Tales, and now this. Think of the possibilities, a Phantom Outpost, a Reaper Island, or maybe even a New World event. Who knows, the potential here is immense. Is it no wonder that most content creators, myself, Blurbs, Falcor, Foxdie, all want the Reapers to win? Is it something we know? I'll leave you to decide. Discretion has its own merits, in the words of the big man himself. And for lore reasons. Think how much the Servant has sacrificed for this. If you don't do it for the content, do it for him. He travelled to the Sea of Thieves seeking true freedom and true piracy. In the footsteps of a legend so feared, the Pirate Lord hatched a plan to destroy him. He lost his silver blade to the Order of Souls. For what? For us to let him down? And Flameheart himself sacrificed so much for the Sea of Thieves, and it nearly ended up in his death. Flameheart dared to clear up the mess created by the Pirate Lord, and he suffered for it. You hear all this nonsense from the good guys about how terrible he was, but not a shred of evidence to support it. We hear firsthand from his own son, before he went to the Sea of Thieves, about how wonderful the place was. Flameheart spoke about the ferryman, the Pirate Lord, and merfolk fondly before his eventual return. This change caused him to take up arms against these forces, and you have to wonder why a good man flips the switch. When you see his funeral during the Seabound Soul, you can tell this wasn't a man that gained a following out of fear, but out of respect. You can see his men bowing their heads as they laid their leader to rest. Would this same respect not be seen if the Pirate Lord was being honoured? I highly doubt it. And speaking of which, the Pirate Lord, Merrick and Bell, willful traitors one and all. The Pirate Lord allowed the rise of the trading companies and didn't even respect his crew enough to tell them about his grand plans for the Sea of Thieves. He wasn't captain enough to give his crew the spoils they deserved. This led to the rise of the biggest cretin in the seas, the Gold Hoarder. It's no wonder 3 of his own chose to stab him in the back. And Belle, the interloper sticking her nose where she doesn't belong. The warrior so hateful she would cause an entire race to slumber for hundreds of years. She now has the gall to stick her nose in a war that has nothing to do with her. A legend of the deep has no place to decide what piracy includes. Lastly, there's Merrick. A man so righteous and humble, he doesn't even know the trading companies are playing him like a fiddle, as is Belle. She couldn't hope to summon the shrouded ghost without his help. And how is he rewarded? With another task to help rebuild the home of people who exploit the Sea of Thieves. On the other hand, what can the Reaper's Bones offer? As much riches as you can handle, and the Servant outright tells us that we're one step closer to our eternal reward. That means a skeleton curse, people. Honestly, even if it doesn't, on the balance of probability, we're much more likely to get the skeleton curse if the Servant wins. You know, if we're taking everything so literally. And the Servant isn't the only one who's dishing out the rewards. If that propaganda wasn't enough to convince you, I'm giving some stuff out to the loyal Reapers. Simply join the Discord and head to the Lost Sands giveaway channel, just complete the deeds to help with the Reapers, and drop a screenshot as evidence to earn points. There's a shitload of prizes too, with 20 Obsidian 6-packs up for grabs, with the one getting the most points in the competition receiving an Obsidian capstan. Along with this, anyone who finishes in the top 3 will receive a copy of the Heart of Fire novel and the Sea of Thieves origin comic when it releases later this year. Full rules are in the pinned message on the Discord channel. Any questions, just tag me in general. Best of luck. Reapers, I want you to destroy them, decimate them, and debase them. I want you to do it so hard that Twitter and Reddit will have more salt than all the water in the shores of plenty. And for Merrick's team, try and make me cry this time tomorrow. because that would be banter. Also, before anyone complains, no, I'm not above bribery. I'm a pirate for God's sake. This is the start of the villain arc for me. Before we wrap it up, this is all fun and games, and I hope everyone doesn't go too apeshit in the comments. Behave yourselves, and may the best side win. And remember, it's just a game. Thanks for watching, drop a like, and leave a scathing comment and subscribe if you liked the video. And remember, ruin Golden Sands.